Home prices are at an all-time high. The median home price of homes in the United States is $344,141. United States home values have gone up 20.9% over the past year. Bidding wars were out of control, with buyers paying $35,000 over asking price, as well as rights to their firstborn child, according to a survey put out by Rocket Homes.
NANI?
The second part is just a joke. But seriously, and by seriously, I mean not seriously. At one point, just the mention of an open house had homeowners and real estate agents feeling like a scene from Mad Max. Obviously, paying retail and paying over asking price is not a formula for success in the real estate market. So, how do you find good real estate deals? This is for our investors out there. Watch until the end. What's up, everybody? I'm Sean McMurray, and this, my friends, is Anish Dave, Mr. $250 million in real estate transactions and president of BPM Reia.
Hey, what's up, guys? Down here in South Florida. Good to see you guys.
If you do a search on Google or YouTube, your timeline will be filled with top 10 ways to find real estate deals, four overlooked ways to find real estate deals, and how to find great real estate deals in 2022. That was not shade. It's actually really good information. Find the strategies that work best for you. The point I'm making is you are inundated with information, and we are throwing BPM in the mix. But we are going to share what we are teaching our students here in South Florida to find solid real estate deals at a fraction of the price. There are some similarities, but we definitely do things a little different. My favorite tool to use for finding great real estate is Reifax. It is the lead generation tool that is taught to our BPM students. There are a number of searches we can perform on Reifax, but one of my favorite searches are pre-foreclosures with equity. These are properties that have started the foreclosure process but have equity in their home. As you can see here, I have a list of 36 properties that match my search criteria. We can adjust the search parameters to increase or decrease this list further. What we teach our students is a little different than others. We actually help the homeowners stay in their properties free of charge. We explain the process of foreclosure and work with them, their attorneys, and the bank to see if we can work something out for the homeowners. In the event that we can't work something out, we are here to help the homeowner quickly move on with their lives, oftentimes saving their credit.
Yeah, I love door knocking. What the hell is door knocking, right? It's going out there and actually talking to the homeowner. So a couple quick tips. You definitely want to map out the houses that you're going to go out and see. You want to dress comfortable, right? You don't want to wear that suit. You're not selling Tupperware or candles, so you want to make sure you're comfortable, and yet you still want to be professional. Also, you don't want to be knocking on the door like the police. Yo, it's me. I want to buy your house. No, you don't want to do that. And the other thing is, it's kind of funny. The first time I actually knocked on the door, it's pretty funny. I did things that I didn't do as a normal person, meaning I didn't introduce myself. I said a bunch of things. I said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't introduce myself. And then I walked away in a full sweat. And I said, how in the hell am I going to be an investor? So that's what not to do. But, just relax. And, what's the worst that's going to happen? Not much, really. They might scream at you a little bit, but they usually don't. You'll actually, even here in South Florida, I love my Latin crowd. I can't tell you how many times I went in and I got some mangoes, some avocados, some ropa vieja, my Caribbean crew, some chicken feet. I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% on that, but I can't knock it because I haven't tried it yet.
Direct mail marketing, or yellow postcards, is a method that is near and dear to my heart. It was a combination of using Reifax to identify leads and then emailing letters and yellow postcards to those leads, which got us our first real estate deal ever. Let me tell you, That deal was one of the toughest that we've ever done. Literally, Catherine and I are sitting in their home on signing day. We're super excited. We've been working with the homeowner and his sister for some time, and all of a sudden, they aren't signing until they get more money. I'm just like, WTF, dude. Like, what do I do? I was empathetic, but perturbed at the same time. I step outside, call Anish, and I'm like, blah. Anish, in his true form, calmly walks me off the edge and advises me on what I need to do. I walk in, bada bing, bada boom. We helped the homeowner out and locked in our first deal. So what is direct mail marketing? Literally sending letters or postcards to homeowners that we may be able to help. There's a number of strategies that we teach utilizing these methods. These are two of them. 1, initial contact. Once you've generated your list using Reifax, you send a postcard or letter to these homeowners as your first contact. You then follow this up with successive letters and eventually a visit to the property. The hope is they will recognize you or your company name when you visit and be more likely to have a conversation to see how you can help them. Number 2, as a follow-up to visiting a property. After you've generated your list using Reifax, you apply a strategy we discussed earlier called door knocking. Depending on how the interaction was, positive or negative, you will proceed with sending them a letter apologizing and or thanking them for their time. Again, the idea is to increase the number of contacts with the homeowner, which will move you from some rando to someone that they are at least familiar with, hopefully making them more comfortable with sharing their situation with you in the hopes that we can help them out.
Guys, I love cold calling. What the heck is cold calling? Being a Gen X guy, guess what? We actually had to call people on the phone. No more texting. I remember back in the old days, there was even a landline. And how do we get these cold calling? We want to skip trace these people. That means we want to get those special numbers, their direct cell phone numbers, through a special software where you actually pay to get these phone numbers to call homeowners. It's pretty fun. You want to keep it short when you're actually calling them. What I love about cold calling is, guess what? While you're stuck in South Florida traffic, guess what I'm doing? I'm calling. We're also using software with dialers with Reifax, where you could just bang out 100 phone calls. And the idea is to talk to as many people as possible, get that opening right away, and basically set up a follow-up call or a follow-up meeting where you actually get to meet the owners.
Driving for dollars. And no, we don't mean this kind of driving for dollars. This is literally driving around neighborhoods with the goal of finding off-market properties that competitors haven't noticed. For example, here are a few things we look for. Distressed properties, i.e. burned down homes, blue tarps on the roof, abandoned homes, for sale by owner, for rent, or what we call tired of being a landlord, garage sales, or probate sales.
So I love wholesalers because I'm also a wholesaler. And guess what? Having a big list of my own buyers, I will co-wholesale deals from other people that are actually doing the hard work. All I'm doing is calling a couple friends or some long-time buyers and sending them the property. I just had a deal. I added an extra $10,000 for about an hour's extra work. Sometimes it's not all about doing all the hard work. It's about making money, guys. They're your partners.
Print is a method of generating leads that takes many forms. A few examples are billboards, park benches, bandit signs. Yes, bandit signs, which sound every bit as dangerous as they can be. Not really, but in some cases they are illegal. There are ways to get around this by paying homeowners for the right to place a sign in their yard or cutting them in on a deal. It's an effective method. Personally, not my go-to. One of my favorite methods that Taryn, one of our mentor program coaches, has been very successful with is car magnets or window graphics. She has this program where she will place a car magnet or window graphic with a small advertisement, a phone number, and a special code tying that lead to that vehicle. If she closes on the deal, the driver gets a cut. It's a win-win for everyone.
Auctions, guys. So sometimes we bid with the other people out there. Those home investors where they just want to bid. There's some different auction sites. Obviously, the big ones are with the counties. There's some auction sites, whether it's hubzoo.com, auction.com. We have found sometimes that some people have no idea about the property, and especially in some of these rural areas. But we've already seen the property, or we know the townhouse or the condo. So it's not the most popular way to get deals for us, but we've had a few, and some of those deals have been 50,000 plus.
This next one is going to sound like one of the most duh things ever, but you'd be surprised how many people avoid this method altogether, whether subconsciously or because it's hard for people to talk about themselves and what they do. Communication and networking. You are constantly in contact with tons of people every single day, from friends, family, acquaintances, work buddies, bars. Many of these folks may need your help, but guess what? If you don't live and talk about what it is you do, they'll never know. We've had quite a few students who have closed very large deals from leads that were generated through conversations with family and neighbors who, hey, found out that you did real estate. In fact, one of the methods Anish employs to get us over the mental hurdle of talking to people reminds me of a scene from Dodgeball.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What? Trial under fire. Basically, we were all out at a networking event during happy hour. He challenged the group to tell the bartender what it is you do without it being direct or weird. Mind you, this is happy hour in South Florida. These bartenders are bouncing around like ping pong balls in a professional table tennis tournament. It was truly beautiful how these folks were taking care of business. At any rate, the whole group is shook. Finally, I'm like, F it. Pound back this drink, let's do this. I figure I'll start with a joke to break the ice, and what do I say to two bartenders? Hey, the drink you made me was great, but the other guy does it better. What was meant to jestfully stir up some competition between the bartenders and break the ice to start the conversation immediately turned into foot and mouth syndrome, and I knew it. I learned a valuable lesson that day. Never use that joke with a bartender, and talking to people doesn't have to be that hard. We do it every single day. I make it a point to talk to any and everybody, and it almost always leads to what it is each of us do.
So I know a lot of people have heard what expired listings are. So expired listings, your favorite local real estate agent lists a property. Usually it's overpriced. I'm not picking on all the agents. I'm a licensed agent myself. And it doesn't sell. So at one point, these homeowners wanted to sell their house. So what better way than to contact these guys and say, hey, I want to buy your house and pay cash. Oh, and by the way, there are no commissions. Even, sometimes it's not the most profitable or the easiest, but there are some motivation that they do want to sell the house. And, at the end of the day, you get one or two, make $30,000 or $40,000. All of a sudden, you love expired listings. They're your friends.
I know when I first started out in real estate, this was a method that never even occurred to me as a source for leads until Anish brought it up.
Explosion.
It made so much sense. The attorneys we are talking about are probate, divorce, bankruptcy, and foreclosure attorneys. Look, it is in the attorney's best interest to provide the best case scenario for their clients. Sometimes the best case scenario is you. You have the connections in the industry, you have the intricate experience in the industry, and you have the ability to get creative with making things work for everyone. You are a valuable asset to an attorney. Google attorneys in these respective fields, give them a call, send them a box of donuts, take them out to lunch. Build a relationship with these folks. When they run into an issue they need help with, you'll be the first number in their Rolodex to resolve that issue.
So my other new method, or it's not really that new, is creative financing. What the heck is creative financing? This is where you get to use your knowledge or inspiration to find a way to do deals. They could be subject to where you take over a mortgage. It could be seller financing, lease options. There's a ton of ways out there to skin a cat, because what you're going to realize sometimes it's not about price when it comes to a property. They want payments. So as you start building these tools, especially as interest rates rise, you're going to want to get more creative so you can beat out other investors out there.
For sale by owner. When driving for dollars, properties for sale by the owner, void of a real estate agent or broker, are homes that we are looking for. We love our realtors, don't get me wrong, but it's just easier to speak directly to the person who will make the decision. At the end of the day, our goal is to make this a win-win for all parties involved. Being able to get past the red tape is invaluable.
So the MLS, right? Multiple listing service. So if you're an agent, guess where you list it? On the MLS. Even though it is very competitive and some of the newbie investors, and that's all they do out there, there are some deals or hidden gems out there. And what we usually like to go after on the MLS are cash only. If there's also in the comments, you could put in there code violations. If the house has been for sale for 180 days or more. These are great possible deals that other investors may have passed on. The other cool thing is there's a ton of realtors here down in Florida, and some of these newbie realtors, right, they're listing their family members' house, they have no idea about pricing. And the idea of them actually working with an investor or a seasoned investor or double dipping, even getting both sides of the commission, which I will gladly give you if I'm making money on the deal.
Craigslist and Facebook can be invaluable tools for identifying off-market leads. For me, Craigslist has taken a backseat to Facebook. I've actually joined a few real estate Facebook groups. For example, I joined a group called Florida Homes for Sale by Owner. It's an awesome group that shares properties for sale all over Florida by the owner. If you've been in real estate for any period of time, one of the major challenges is being able to speak directly with that homeowner. Facebook makes that part easy. It's literally a matter of clicking on the message button and you have direct access. The same holds true for Facebook Marketplace. Just do a search for homes for sale and boom, you have direct access to tons of homeowners and realtors selling their homes. Somebody hit the easy button.
That's just too easy.
Anish, actually, before we move on, talk about the deal that the 5-unit that you got off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, so I actually love Facebook Marketplace. My partner, Michelle, she likes to be on social media, and she said, you know what, I'm going to look for an investment property. And what we found was a guy actually selling his 5-unit building right here in South Florida. And we called him up. He didn't like realtors. So luckily, even though Michelle and I are both realtors, no commissions. And the cool thing was he even seller financed 80% of it. So we barely came out with any money out of our pocket. And we got the rate, interest only, 3.5%. And the cool thing is, fast forward, we're actually Airbnb-ing it. And God knows, with all the prices that have gone up here in South Florida, we've doubled our money on equity and the cash flow is booming. So some of you guys finally built a website, right? And you're saying, how in the heck am I going to get leads? Just because I have a website, that's not the answer. You need to have SEO, search engine optimization. I put a lot of money into search engine optimization. And the idea is when you search, hey, I want to sell my house pretty quick or real fast, or I'm desperate, I need money now, I got to get out of town, any of those searches, hopefully you pop up on the first page. What we love about these leads, there's not a ton of these leads, but if they actually fill out the web form, it's one of the best leads out there. We've made a ton of money on those leads because, again, it's like, let's say I want to order Chinese food and I search, where's the closest Chinese restaurant? That means I really want Chinese food, right? Same thing. I really want to sell my house fast and I pop up, guess what? I really want to sell my house fast.
There you have it, folks. You have 16 methods for how to find good real estate. Full disclosure, this was just meant to be high level with a few tips. If there is any method that you would like us to go into more detail on, just let us know in the comments and we will dedicate a whole video to that method. Make sure to comment below and share the video, people. This information is for the community. We are here to help out any way we can, so get the message out. Lastly, I'd like to thank Anish for taking time out of his very busy schedule to bless us with his knowledge.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sean. It's always fun. Our goal at BPM Reia is to make real estate investing simple again.
Hey, and all right, y'all. I'm Sean McMurray, signing out.